What's up, YouTubes? Haven't really done anything in a while. Sort of life's been a little bit crazy lately, and I've been a little bit crazy lately, I guess. And needless to say, I've kind of been neglecting making videos. Took my CDL test last Tuesday and bombed it. Not really bombed it, but needless to say, I do not have a CDL license yet. I did great on my pre-trip. I already kind of knew I'd do good. I did okay on my backing, enough to pass the backing. I was really nervous and anxious doing my backing. It didn't go as smooth as I had hoped, but I only acquired 6 out of my 12 available points, so that was enough to pass. There's sort of a test route. I mean, the examiners can take you on whatever drive they want to take you on, but there's sort of one that they've been going on that meets all of the maneuvers or whatever you'd want to call it on their little test sheet. And so basically leave the parking lot and you go up, and immediately there's a left turn onto a road that's 2 lanes each way with them divided by a median. And you have to kind of come out wide, ride the gutter, and then once your rear tires sort of clear the median, bring it back in real quick so that nobody tries to slip in behind you on your left-hand side and get smushed, because for the driving you have to do left turns into the left lane and right turns into the right lane. And if you go too wide, somebody behind you trying to make a left turn. Oh, if you didn't know, this is a 07 Camry. Not my normal day of doing things. I'm gonna be changing the window on this one. I figured it'd be a good excuse. You can kind of see how to at least take apart the door window or door panel and see kind of how we change the door window. 1, 2, 3 screws. This little cover just pops off. This pops off. This has a little push pin in it. That's about that. But anyways, so you got to kind of like close the door on any cars that might be trying to turn in behind you. And so I get up to this left turn. It's a turn I've made at least a dozen times before. I know exactly what I need to do. You know, and the thing is the next turn is a right turn, and that road is 1 lane each direction divided by a median. And so that one you really have to set yourself up for, and you have to nail it, because there's really only inches to spare in any given direction of this turn. And so I actually, just 2 days before, same truck, same trailer, took my final, and I made the turn, but just barely. I forgot to set myself up for it, and so I was a little too close on the, or I wasn't close enough, I guess, on the driver's side. And so I made it, but I just barely made it. So, you know, I got this turn. I know I'm consciously thinking, okay, set yourself up, don't forget. And there was a trash truck coming on my right, but it was far. It was like a quarter mile away. Nothing I really needed to worry about interfering with on my turn. I just had to be conscious that there's something coming. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have waited for the trash truck to go by just so that I wasn't even thinking about it. But since I had plenty of room, told myself, all right, we're good, let's go. So I pull out, and the plan, and there's famous words. Mike Tyson, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. Well, I made my turn out nice and wide out to the other curb, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, you need to get over to your left. You need to check and see where that trash truck is. If the trash truck's clear, you need to get over to the right, and you need to set yourself up for this next turn. Well, that's what I was thinking, but what I wasn't thinking about was where the heck my trailer was. And so I got myself out wide, and I didn't wait for my trailer to clear the median, and the trailer tires hit the median. And hitting a median on your CDL exam is an instant fail. And so, needless to say, the examiner was very, 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 very sad. I almost think he was a little sadder than I was, and I felt bad for him. But we had to drive back. That was the end of the test. Once you hit that curve, auto fail, turn around, drive a shame back. Sadly, I gave him a near perfect drive of shame back. And, but what can you do? I don't normally get too nervous about things. For whatever reason, this drive really, really, really got in my head for this test. And this test really got into my head. I ended up waking up at like 11:17 the night before in a panic that I had to get ready for my test, and I was super tired and felt like I didn't sleep at all. Well, I hadn't. I'd only slept like 2 hours. Then I kind of realized what time it was. I decided to try to calm down, but I couldn't get my mind to like slow down. I was just running 100 miles an hour. Finally got to sleep. From what I can remember, it was a little after 3. Test was at 7. I had to be there by 6:30. Had my alarm set at 5:30. So I woke up, it's 5:30, had maybe 2 hours or so of sleep, and that's how you get the glass to shake out of the sides here. I don't know if you can see a bunch of broken glass in the bottom. Vacuum that out, blow it out. But yeah, so I was on probably about 2 hours of sleep. I don't normally drink coffee for stuff like this just because I don't want to be jittery or have my mind kind of racing. But I was so tired, had a cup of coffee. I chose to not eat breakfast because your body kind of gets into a schedule of things, and I didn't want to get halfway through my test and have to take a scheduled who's that? Sounds like my mom. Take a scheduled break, throw myself off. Although in hindsight, maybe if I had been able to take a break and get my mind off things, but out there it's porta potties and it was like 38 degrees, so I really didn't want to have to go to the bathroom out there. So I chose not to eat breakfast. And so, to be 100% honest, I don't know. I think I psyched myself out. and I went in totally unprepared. So I don't know, it was not myself, and kind of let myself down. Worst part, like, I'm usually very good, like when it comes time to perform. Like I'm very good at kind of buttoning down and doing what I need to do. And so, like, everybody that I told that I failed is like, no way, like, you're joking with me. And it's like, no, like, I legitimately failed. And so it's just like, kind of, oh, I just bumped you into the wall there. You know, like, you let everybody down. And so, but I don't know, not much else I can do. I am scheduled for a retest a week from Wednesday. I'm hoping, at least now I'll kind of know what to expect. Maybe I won't be so psyched out. I scheduled for a later test. Kind of hoping I can get up, wake up, have a little food, get some time to kind of get in my head and get settled down, and hopefully the results will be better. The downside is there's literally no opportunity for practice between now and then, unless I go grab my fifth wheel and go drive my fifth wheel around. But because the school is over, there's no practice with the school's trucks or anything. So we'll see. Had a lot going on. My little son had a birthday this weekend and just all kinds of stuff. And so I didn't really get to do much anything with regards to practice this weekend. So I'm hoping to be able to get it done something next weekend, but we'll see. If I fail again, well, you get 3 tries in a year, so I'll probably have to go back like January when school opens again, try to get some more training in, and then go for a 3rd time. But so that's kind of where we're at on the truck driving. Sucks, but it is what it is. I hired a tinner. Part of the reason why I haven't been making a lot of videos is I've been kind of working with him. He's pretty good. Trying to show him some tips and some tricks on things that I think will make his tinning career a little bit easier and his work a little bit better. Things that make tinning a little less complicated, so then you can focus on making things look good. So I've been working with him, and then I've been having some GoPro issues. Think I might be sorted through the GoPro issues, though. We'll see. Found a super handy video from a German guy. Sorry, this is loud. But this German guy said that these new GoPro, well, not new now because I got a 10, but the 9s, because of their high video quality and high everything quality, they have a very large demand on the battery. So when the battery's cold, it doesn't seem to be able to supply the amount of juice that the camera needs, and it makes the camera do a bunch of wacky stuff, freeze up, corrupt files, just lots of things. And so what he said has been kind of working for him is running the camera a little bit before he needs to use it, and that way the camera's kind of warmed up, the battery's warmed up, and that's been working for him. So we're gonna give it a try. I actually did that with this video. Hopefully All my yak in here is in a corrupt file. So if you're ever putting a door window in, you drop them in nose first. Most of the time cars, the door's so lean back that you'll put it in from the outside. A lot of times on the trucks, they're so vertical, you'll drop them in from the inside. And just a little tip, this Camry just has two 10 millimeters that bolted into place. And pretty easy door window to change. So what I like to do is I'm going to get everything. Look, and that's another one of my problems for the week. That dog right there decided to get into my Traeger pellets, eat a bunch of Traeger pellets and get her stomach all messed up. I think she's doing better today though. She's actually walking around. We got a little bit of chicken in her. Go home, see if she'll eat a little chicken and rice. And hopefully, the $900 I paid is the end of it for that. Although that was just for some x-rays at the emergency room. And worst time of year, dog. Worst time of year. But you know, she's old and she's stubborn. She causes us problems. But she's also a really good dog, and that wasn't really the way we want. Look, she's eating crap right now, Emerald. Chloe, that's plastic. I think she's ready for real food. That's plastic. This is what got you in trouble. This is what got you in trouble. Eating things that are not food. Say, Mommy, you never feed me. I'm always hungry. It's okay. We'll get you some food tonight. We'll get your nail fixed. She has a bad nail. We gotta get it pulled out. And then I think our old girl will be back to herself. But you stink too. You smell like puke. Cause you're laying in puke. But she couldn't keep anything down. She was all blocked up with that sawdust from the wood pellets. And so she'd just drink a bunch of water, puke it all up. Drink a bunch of water, puke it all up. But she had a couple little pieces of chicken from my lunch. A little piece of egg white from my lunch. Seems like she's got her appetite back. Let's go and turn off this air conditioner. I gotta tint this. We're tinting this one, right, Emerald? Okay. But yeah, just a whole bunch of shit going wrong. And this is life. We're gonna see though. Hopefully, next week, pass my CDL and Tinner's taking care of business, and maybe I'll get to just relax a little bit and kind of ride out the end of the year. I hope so. And no more problems, right, Mike? Well, so you guys kind of saw how change the door window in a 2007 Toyota Camry. I'm going to tint it real quick and make a bunch of noise, so I'm not gonna make you listen to all this. Oh, one thing I did do, I'm trying a little bit different formatting on the video. I saw in the settings I could take out the what do you call it, the fisheye sort of effect, and do more of a straight shot. So we'll have to see if this is a little bit nicer than the fisheye. But for now, I'm gonna get to this and I'll talk to you in a while. so you kind of saw what I'll do is I'll get the glass in and I'll make sure all the glass is clean out of like the channel and anywhere that the glass needs to function. If I'm tinting it, I'll go ahead and tint it this way. The tint can start drying or sticking while I'm vacuuming everything out. And so kind of get that process going so that by the time I'm done vacuuming, should be pretty okay to go ahead and put the sweep back in, put the door panel back on, like that kind of stuff. That's not the real reason I stopped the video though. I wanted to show you this tool. I picked it up from Harbor Freight forever ago, and it has been invaluable for doing this kind of work. Basically, really long blowgun. And what I do, I'm not gonna do it right now because I gotta run the vacuum and the vacuum's really loud. But you can come back into all these cracks of the door and blow glass out and blow it to right here where you can access it. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit and then we'll be back. Okay, so you can kind of see no glass in the door. Shouldn't make any noise when they open and close it. That was just those cables banging. But yeah, get it all nice and cleaned out. Really, I try to get everything I can out of here because if you leave a bunch of glass crunching around in the bottom of a door, every time that poor person shuts their door, they're reminded of that time 2 weeks before Christmas that somebody broke into their car and stole a box of Kleenex and I forgot a CD out of their car. That's all they took from this car. Caused this guy all this problem for a box of Kleenex and a CD. Poor guy. And so always try to get all the glass out of the door and get them back to somewhat normal life. So these windows, when you take it off, or these doors, when you take it off, you lift it up. The clips that the door panel clips into, they unclip from the bottom. This one's actually missing one. I wonder if it's still in the door. I think somebody had taken this door panel off before. It wasn't all quite put back together right. There's a bunch of broken clips and stuff. But I don't see this clip. Maybe well, we got one here and we got a screw here. So I think that's an okay one to, I was gonna, maybe if it was gonna be better, space one over, but I think it'll be okay this way. I had unscrewed this just to kind of make a little bit extra room to work with. It just has two little Phillips screws right here. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, every time they close that door, it's a reminder of probably what was not the best day of their life. Now, maybe they go and win the lottery later today, having that little bit of glass to remind them of the day they won the lottery. But chances are that's probably not gonna happen. So, we'll clean up all the glass. We're gonna try to figure out, all of his clips are broken. I think whoever took this off in the past wasn't very careful. Look, see, every single one of them broken. Got a good one here. I'm gonna move this one down. And we got a good one here, a good one here. I think we'll move these ones. So then, let's see, because that's going to be held there. We got this one here. I think 2 on the bottom. I think that'll be good. And then, so if you've never done these before, kind of like bicycle cables, they just go in and then clip in right here. Just pay attention to which one's the lock, which one's the handle. If you mix them up, you'll be taking it all back apart. So, oh, we almost didn't plug in the switches. And need to send this down out the hole on the bottom. Okay, and so you lift it up to take it off, but you put this in and then push it on to push it back, to put it back on. So you lift it up, take it off, push it straight on to put it on. And then this, I don't know if I showed you how to take this out or if I already did, but you just pry on it from the front, pops right out, unplug it. And I don't really remember where we came in on this, but got two big screws here. This one's kind of deep, so you either got to have a really long bit on your screw gun, or I just use a screwdriver. Get that forearm muscles going. This pops on right here. This cover pops on right here. And our last screw goes right here. Put this cover back on, you just pry on it from this lock side right here. And our little push clip. So that's that. I'm going to blow this car out, try to find all the glass I can inside the car. But that is how you change the door window on an 07 Camry, and how you change the door window on a lot of other cars too. Get it cleaned up, pull it out, and he'll be super duper happy. If you found this useful, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let me know if this video format is a little easier to watch. Oh my gosh, there's a Jonah. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.